All right, guys, so we're gonna do kind of as high level and in depth. We're gonna start from the basics and we're just gonna go through everything. So we'll start, John Deere did kind of change the dashboard page. So when you go to myjohndeere.com, this is what comes up. For any of you that hasn't signed in yet, we want to go to John Deere Operations Center. This login right here. So we're gonna hit sign in, you're gonna enter your username and password, and then that's going to take you to the main map page. So if you guys haven't been in Operations Center for a considerable amount of time, they kind of changed it a little bit. So we still have fields and equipment here, and we'll get into it a little bit later too, but we can actually access our land manager and field analyzer, everything from the home page now. So we'll kind of go over a little bit of the map here. We got our equipment here on the left side. If you have a whole list of equipment in here, you can filter by make, model, type. You can see we got a couple in here that have MTGs on them. So we got the serial numbers, and then they are going to show the location of it. So here we got a 4830 here in Aurora. If you take a little zoom out here, you can see we got some fields in here. If you have boundaries around your fields, then they will show here. If you notice down in the bottom left, we do have a legend down here. So we got brown for tillage, green for seeding, blue for application, and orange for harvest. So basically this field right here, the last pass on it is a harvest pass. This field is all purple here because there hasn't been an operation on this yet. So you can kind of see when we get into land and making boundaries and stuff, how that'll look. Creating a boundary, we can do it a couple different ways. At the top, we do have the current date. Over here on the right side, we have a zoom way out to kind of see the whole view of the farm. If you got farms really spread out, it'll zoom out as far as you need to be able to see everything. We got a zoom in and zoom out button. And then we have a map versus satellite view. I don't know why you'd ever want to see the map view, but if you want to, you can. This button will give you our current location. And then we do have some map settings in here. So if you wanted to turn off field or equipment location, location history, all that, you can. As well as we got our filters down here for productivity and stuff like that. So one other thing to note here, the very last tool down here on the bottom is a measurement tool. This can be kind of handy for maybe you're wanting to measure out a fence line that you're going to add in somewhere. Let's just say real quick here, we want to put a fence around this reuse pit. We can just draw and it will tell us how many feet. So we're at 589 feet, and then we can actually move it all over and calculate acres off that as well. So 3.1 acres total distance, all that. Kind of a handy tool. I know some people have used it before, so get off there. We'll quick come over here to the field list. So we got inactive fields here. Like I said before, we got boundaries on the left side that are kind of showing the field shape. Then down here on our last field here, we don't have a boundary around it. That's why we don't have the special little shape on the left side there. Just to kind of cover what we can do from the home page here. So if you go ahead and click on one of your fields, if you got it up, you can see we got 4 options here. Well, first we got directions. So if you're using the app, you can actually send directions to someone. I know I've had people use it back when I was in a service truck. People sent me their location based off their tractor or their field. Kind of handy. As far as what we got down here, so our first option is field analyzer, and it will shortcut us to field analyzer for this field, and we'll dive into that later. And then we have land, and we're going to go through all this. So land, work planner, and then our prescription creator. Some of you guys might notice that this prescription crater has a different name on it. It used to be Agrian, and now it's TELUS Agronomy. So it looks exactly the same. It's just one company bought out the other. So does anybody have any questions just on the home page here on our map view? A couple other quick things to note up here on the top right. If you click on that, there's a couple shortcuts to stuff. It shows your dealer that you're partnered with. It kind of goes some shortcuts back to the dashboard where we can do parts and equipment. As far as Operations Center, it's just shortcuts to your bars up across top here. And then you can also see Display Simulator. It's something we'll probably talk about a little bit when we get into the Gen 4, Gen 5 displays this afternoon. Something kind of handy that we can go in and kind of press buttons and see what your screen's going to look like. You can change different planners or rate control or whatever you want to see on there. And then lastly, I want to show you this. So there's release notes up here, so you can click on that, see what the new updates to Operations Center has been. And then the biggest one that I wanted to show you guys is this how-to video. So maybe for some reason you can't get a hold of me, or you just don't feel like calling someone and you just want to watch a couple of videos. If you click on this, it'll actually take you to YouTube. And there's just a ton of videos that John Deere has on doing different things on Operations Center. So kind of a handy thing to have there, just kind of for a backup if you got questions and stuff. Also, I do have a few people that have used this before. Feedback, if there's stuff about Operations Center that you think should be changed or added, or things you don't like, you can do this feedback button here and give them a little piece of your mind. So up here across the top, so we kind of have it set up in order of our next season. So we got our setup